The bishop's wife said to the barman, I thought this was a pea party.
Albert, we're actually rolling.
Mum, I've got to go. I'll call you back. Okay, bye. Sorry. I didn't realise you were rolling.
Jeez, so unprofessional.
It's a good joke though.
Well, you have to tell it to me later.
Oh well.
Okay, so we'll just touch briefly on last week, shall we?
Yep. Let's do that before we look ahead to a big Auckland Cup week.
And we won't talk about too much because there wasn't a lot to say. Although a really promising debut from Poe de Kafir.
Yeah, she was good. She's a 3-year-old type of filly, and we've given her a couple of trials, and we decided to give her a race for education. And she ran 4th, and the best part of her race was the last 100 metres, where she really fought back and started to make ground. She's going to be a really nice 3-year-old filly over ground. We were very happy with her run. Beat a lot of trial winners, and she will only get better. She's still, while she's a big filly, she's still quite immature. A couple of other not bad runs though. Yeah,
well, should we talk about Seize the Moment?
Yeah,
what happened
he
there?
wasn't one of them, but no. We can do that.
But we'll just cover him off.
Yeah, look, he went out a short price favourite, and he's a good horse, but he's had 3 runs on hard tracks, and he's just jarred up, particularly through his feet, and that was what caused him not to be able to sprint on Saturday. So I think he finished 7th, might have been 8th, but subsequent to pulling up, he was quite sore, and we haven't put a saddle on his back this week. We've just had him swimming. He'll be completely fine, but it's good there's a reason for it. And actually, we were going to run him at Trentham in a couple of weeks on the 14th of March, but I think we might now wait till the 28th of March. It's a $30,000 race of the year. Yeah. I thought it wasn't a bad run from Sadler's Rock, the Wairau Cup. He's just looking for more ground. He was making quite nice ground the last couple of 100 metres, but he just took a while to wind up. His form's actually very similar this time last year, and post sort of this run last year, he came out and won at Trentham. So he'll be going to Trentham on the 14th of March, and a race he won last year, an 85 2200 with 30,000.
See if we can repeat.
Yeah, look,
see if history repeats itself.
Yeah, look, and I actually think he's starting to hit form.
Okay. And this weekend we've got a couple of really informed horses to talk about. So Passing Shot in the Group 3, Mr. Tiz Trophy.
Yeah, very exciting. Very, very talented horse. He's won his last 2 races by
miles.
Yeah, by 4.5 and 4 lengths, or 4.5 and 3.5 lengths. Very easily. So he runs in the Group 3. Big thing for him is he's back to set weights. He carried 59.5 kilos last time. So against his own age group. This time he's dropped to 56, and the other horses that he meets are on either 56 or 54. So there's a small range that really suits him. Barrier 1.
Great.
OP Boston on board.
Great.
Yeah, he's a hard horse to beat. He's a hard horse to beat. He should run very well.
And Mighty Solomon, another one in good form.
Yeah, Mighty Solomon is, as we know, very talented horse. 3rd in the Thorndon Mile last start, Group 1, where weights were against him. And prior to that, he'd won 3 of his last 4, and there's other one he, I think, missed by a nose or a head. So he's a very good horse. We're running him at Hawke's Bay in the Open 1400. He has a lot of weight to carry, 59 kilos. The rest of the field carries 54, apart from one horse on 55.5, so that's against him, but his class will take him a long way. And after Saturday, he will then go to the Japan New Zealand Trophy at Tauranga on the 21st of March, which is a race that his relation Silky Red Boxer won.
Yes, I remember that.
So we'll try and win that again.
Great.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Great. And we've got another first starter, another 2-year-old starting.
Yeah, excited about this one.
Yeah.
We bought Petite Midas, who's the Congrats Miss Midas filly, that we bought on the Gold Coast in June last year. We bought her in a Beneteau filly, and both have turned out to be pretty smart, we think. The Petite Midas has drawn quite nicely. Barrier 4, is it 3? Barrier 4, and she should jump and put herself in the race. Michael McNabb, who's in great form, coming down from Cambridge to rider. We did debate whether to trial her this week or race her, but we decided to race her. So the only question mark is whether she's quite ready for 1200, but I think she'll be in the race for a long way. Apparently it's a very good field. Apparently there's quite a bit of talent going there, so it'll be a good race. It's a good form race to watch, that 2-year-old race.
And so you're obviously feeling pretty confident about her.
Oh, well, we've nominated her for the Size Produce, the Group 1 1400 at the end of March, so we obviously have a big opinion of her. If she runs well on Saturday, she'll then run at Trentham on the 14th of March of 1200, and then she'll go to Size Produce. So you don't do that with many horses.
No.
So no, we have got a very good opinion of her, and her track work this week's been excellent.
Yeah. Shall we talk about her sire, or have we said nothing about her?
No, he's an interesting horse, congrats. He's by AP Indy, it's also the sire of Bernardini, and we've had a lot of luck with Bernardini, as we know. And he's got amazing stats, something like 75% winners to runners, which is,
it's incredible, isn't it?
I think it's unheard of. Yeah, it is. Yeah. It is, you're right. It's almost unheard of. And he's been staying in the States. He's shuttled to Australia, I think, for the last 3 years. And actually, when we bought her off a guy, an old guy who only had a couple of horses, and he brought her up like a pet, and she looked fantastic. Like, he loved her. So I actually was trying to find his name and get his contact details. Yeah, she's running.
Okay, and finally Charlestown this weekend.
Yeah, another very good horse who won 2 starts ago. Last start he ran down the track on Cup Day at Trentham, but he pulled up, jarred up, and look, you're seeing a lot of it at the moment, and you'll note that so many of the fields are really small at the moment. It's because the tracks have been so hard, the horses just can't back up, and they need to go out for spells. And like Seize the Moment last week, you know, he had an issue with the track being so hard after 3 runs, and Charlestown the same. So he was jarred up after his last run. We put him in the pool, we galloped him last Saturday, and his gallop was very good. Subsequent to that, this week he's been just a little bit jarry, not too bad, just a little bit. So we are going to actually monitor him and make a call. We're going to the chiropractor to him this week as well, and make a call on probably Saturday morning whether we're going to start him or not. He can win that race. He's a very good horse, and he can win that race. But if he's a little bit jarred up, then that's all it takes to not be able to win. So if we're unsure, we'll just hold fire on him and wait. But we won't make that call to Saturday morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so watch your space on that one. And good news on our new yearlings. We've sold out the Pourmois.
Yeah, she's all gone. We talked about her
last week.
Yeah, and she's all sold out.
She's sold, which is great.
Which is great, and I had a couple of people ring up to get shares in her, but she's already gone.
So shall we talk about another one where shares are still available?
Yeah, let's do that.
And it's the O'Reilly and a Curl filly.
Yeah, look, this was just a fantastic buy. O'Reilly is an absolute champion sire. 4 times New Zealand champion sire. He was standing for 60,000 last season. His last season he stood. You couldn't get into him. They didn't even open his book. He was that popular. He unfortunately passed away on the 31st of December. And what we saw at the sales this year was that so many of the top O'Reilly fillies were actually withdrawn from the sale because the breeders retained them. So there was a small pool of the good ones to buy from. So we bought this filly who's by O'Reilly out of Andercurl. Andercurl is a full sister to a Group 1 winner. Sublimate, who won the Galaxy, an incredibly fast horse, and a full sister to Daring Hombre, who was a Group 3 winner, but also Group 1 placed. So this filly is by a champion sire. You basically can't buy them, the fillies out of them anymore. And the dams are after 2 Group winners, one that's a Group 1 winner. She's got amazing upside. If she's good on the track, if she's a group horse on the track, she's a lottery ticket. You can just write your own price about what she's worth as a broodmare. Remind us a lot of Mare's Choice, who we believe is top class. O'Reilly filly bought a couple of years ago. Lovely type, good size, great walker. She's a bargain. She really is a bargain.
So, how can I get a share?
Just give me a call. Email me. Look, we've decided, because of the speed in her family, we've decided to enter in the Cracker Million. She's a horse that will be a 3-year-old. We'll aim her towards the Guineas races, but she could easily come earlier than that because of her pedigree. So yeah, look, give me a call. You'll see her. We'll we've got about half left in her, and we'll run some ads over the weekend and things, and I'm sure we'll get a lot of interest. But she is one, you know, I'm not saying this is a sales pitch. She is one not to miss out on.
It did sound like a sales pitch.
Yeah, but you won't be able to buy them next year.
No.
They'll have a premium on them. You know, everyone will look back and go, oh, I should have bought an O'Reilly last year. Like they did the Savabills this year. I should have bought a Savabeel last year. It'll be with O'Reilly. 2 more crops to come, and the fillies will be basically unbuyable, the good ones.
So don't miss this opportunity.
No, don't. Give me a call, drop me an email, we'll have a chat.
All right.
Love to have you.
Thank you.
That's right. I better go and call my mother again now.
Bye.